There you go.
Hi. Hey.
Perfect. So, Marie, how are you today?
I'm good. A bit tired. It's my evening here, but I'm really good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I mean, what better way to have a good day here or evening over there with someone as talented and amazing as you, right? I mean,
Thank you.
there
I'm
you
so
go.
happy you had me.
Yeah, I mean, as I said here, it is super cool and amazing. I mean, basically, you're badass here. I love your career, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Now, before starting, I have to
Mhm.
give you I have to give you a proper welcome. If you have seen some of my episodes before, you know exactly
Yeah.
what I'm about. Oh, you know, fantastic. I
I
love it.
know what's coming.
I love it. So, there you go. Amazing, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank
I
you.
love it. Yeah, you know, the other day I did wanted to change things up, so I installed this huge sounds, like this surround system, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But it ended up being too much. So I was like, yeah, no, let's remain to this for a while, and then once we have live audience, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was too much actually. But anyway, so yeah, welcome to the show. As I said, it is so cool and amazing and badass to have someone with such a career as you. So starting with the whole, interview here, tell me how your acting career started.
Well, I started acting when I was 6. But I think my career started when I was in acting school. Like my last year there was when I really got paid to act.
Okay.
Which was kind of the moment where I felt like, wow, this is it. That's my job now. People pay me. People pay money to see what I do, and I, get money off of doing what I love. So,
Love
yeah, I think it all started there. Yeah.
Okay, that is really cool. And you know, it's so interesting that whenever you do something and then instantly clicks in your head and you're like, I think I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? I mean, I saw a show of a kids theater, like kids on stage. They were singing and dancing, and I was at a mall with my dad, and I remember saying, I want to do this. And then, he just went up there and said, can someone join? And they were like, yeah, sure, we can start next week. And then I just walked there with my 6 years, and it was so much fun.
I love it. Yeah, I love that. And yeah, I mean, it's amazing that either you will see somebody doing something else and you're like, I want to try that too. I mean, that is how we started my show here, basically for the same thing. I saw this guy on YouTube interviewing voice actors for video games, and I was like, I want to do that too.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you gotta get inspired, right? You have like an urge or something, but you don't know how to really get what you want. And then you see somebody else doing it and you're like, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, totally. And when you were starting with your acting career, what were some of the challenges that you'd first had? Because I think for everybody here, that whenever you're starting doing something, like a project, especially like a project here on your own, that at first you will be constantly asking yourself, what the hell am I doing?
Totally. Yeah. For me, the biggest challenge was in the very beginning when I applied for acting schools. I mean, I think it's different in the US and probably different in Mexico, but here in Germany, there's like a big pressure on you to really get into good, prestigious acting schools. So you stand it all. So, but I had been doing theater since I was 6, as I mentioned. So I felt like, I'm just going to go there. They got to see my talent. I'm doing this already. And then I went there and they didn't see it. And I didn't understand, but looking back, I totally understand. But that really hit me hard. I really didn't. I felt like, what, do I need to start over? Am I not talented? What the fuck is going on? I think that was the hardest thing for me in the beginning.
Totally. Yeah. And also the fact that when you're starting, you're not basically receiving any money of it, and you will questioning yourself, am I on the right path? Or like things like that. Or even you will see friends that are actually doing, like an office job or something like that, and they were receiving money and you don't, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm still in that phase of my career, right? I mean, I got friends who are doctors or teachers, and they get money and kids and a house. I don't want any of that right now, except for the money maybe. But it's like, oh wow, we're the same age,
Yeah.
Work your way up and commit over and over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate when it happens. I have a friend of mine. He's the same age as my. Yeah, he's 29 as well as me, and he recently bought a house. And he took his wife and family for vacation to this awesome place here. And then when I saw it, I was like, dude, I hate you. And then he was like, why? I was like, while you're buying your house, I'm fighting with the landlord here because I don't want my rent to go up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, stop showing off with your salary, you know?
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, while you're doing that, I have to go to the supermarket and it will take me hours because I'm looking for the most cheap stuff, you know?
Yeah,
be like,
at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And then you will be constantly looking for offers here and there and be like, wait, yeah, I know what you mean.
Totally. Yeah, feel you.
Yeah. So in 2017 you were in Taclos. Was that like one of your first projects? And what are some of the things that you learned but also enjoyed from those first experiences?
Taclos was one of my very first like TV or film jobs. So it was a short film and I was a supporting role, and that was good for me because I wasn't used to spending like 3 days on set all day. So I just came in for 2 days and that was great. And it was a lot of fun. We were shooting outside a lot, which I enjoyed. And I also kind of faced the challenges of props for the first time because there was a certain kind of flower that we were supposed to use in the end, but it wasn't this for that flower anymore. So they collected 3 of them and very carefully put them in front of us. And they were like, okay, guys, we got 3 takes. That's it. And,
wow.
Yeah. So, I think that was a challenge there. That was something you can't prepare for that. You just got to be ready and hope you can do it right.
Yeah, that is so amazing. And tell me, like, how you usually prepare yourself for a character? I mean, I understand, of course, that depends on the role, but like, what are some of the things, or what motivates you to start this journey, which basically is creating a character?
Yeah. As you said, I mean, it's always a different process because every character asks for another kind of way to get the juice out of it. I think what I usually do and what's most important to me, even if I just do a self-tape or something, is I try to find the reason why I want to do this. You know, why am I doing this project? And do I want to give my life, my voice, my time and energy to this character? What can be seen in this, you know, that's bigger than myself? Because that also calms me down. If it's about myself, my ego, my career, I get overwhelmed by it. But if I have a reason that's bigger than myself to do this, then I'm happy and I can flow.
I love it. I love that. And what would you say that are some of the challenges when you are creating a character?
Oh, that depends. Depends on the character, I guess. For me, nudity is always a challenge. Somehow. And I know that I will have to do nude scenes or sex scenes or something because I have nearly no experience with that. Then I'm always a bit like, oh my god, it's so weird, and I gotta find a way to do it. Those are some of the challenges that I faced in the past. And sometimes it's just that you have a strong connection to the role when you read it and you feel like, this is a great script or a great scene. But once you start like becoming the character, it doesn't add up anymore, and you're like, fuck, now I gotta find a way to make this my own. I think that's something I stumble every now and then.
That is amazing. That is super cool. I bet that for those scenes, you know, where there are like sex scenes or stuff, it must be challenging and at the same time funny. You know what I mean? You know?
I think you gotta make it fun, right? Because what else you get?
Otherwise you would be like, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I once had a director, and I really liked what he said. He was like, if anyone on set is naked, I offer to come naked as well, just so it doesn't get awkward.
That would be funnier. Yeah. That's so cool. Wow, that is so cool. Now, in about a few seconds, you're going to start to hear a lot of noises from my dogs. I'm just telling you because I live with 3 dogs, and whoever is passing outside, they get super excited and they were making like a lot of money. So I'm just letting you know.
But we won't see them.
No, we won't.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can see actually in some of my episodes, you can there is so yeah. So I live with three. One is husky. The other one, I don't know what breed it is. I adopted it, and the third one is a pit bull, but it's a puppy. So in some of the episodes, actually, I think that in most of them recently, while I'm talking, you will see him in the background, or his tail moving here, or his face suddenly, or even one day, he even like jump like straight to he's great. But anyway, yeah, it's what happens. You know?
I'll watch all of the episodes and then I'll find your dogs.
Oh yeah. There you go. But anyway, so super cool. So then, right. So then in 2020, you were in Psyche and Low auf der Suche nach sich selbst. Can you tell me about this project?
Yeah. So Suka was about, it was a very cinematic project. So for me, it was like, tech-wise, one of the biggest projects I've ever been in, I guess. We were filming with the camera they used on Avengers. Like, it was like, oh my God, this is like,
that's so cool.
All tech stuff. And that was new for me as well. And we also had a challenge where for one of my biggest scenes, the sun was setting. It was the last day of shooting. There was no way to expand it. And the sun was setting. The tech wasn't ready. And then basically we had like one take. And we nailed it, and it was wonderful. But it was also like, oh my God, how is this going to work out? But it's cool, and it's a nice short film, and they did a great job in it, especially with all the tech. It's very cinematic, very artistically cinematic. Yeah. So and the other one was, wonderful. It's black and white. So and it's very beautiful. And it was actually something where I felt like that's something I might get cast for more often, because it's a solo. So there's just me, and there was no dialogue, and I really enjoyed it. I really loved just sensing what it did when some small muscle in my face changed, knowing that the camera would pick it up, and I really loved that. So that was cool.
That is so. And how was and like how was the the experience knowing that basically the whole project was depending on you? Was it challenging?
What?
Yeah, was it challenging? I mean, were you nervous, like thinking like if I mess this up, everything's messing up, basically?
No, I'm good that you're just mentioning this now. I didn't think about that at the time. No, it wasn't. Actually, it was pretty chill, because I also knew that, there were no lines up. And there was, usually you don't get to know your coworkers before you get on set. Totally. You meet your husband on set the very first day, the very first take, if you're, lucky. So that was kind of not happening. And that's what made me chill. I knew it was me, and also the director, Greta, she was wonderful. We would meet up beforehand. We would talk about it for hours and hours. We would go through the script. Cool. Yeah, so it was very chill. Yeah.
I love that. I do hope one day I can be on a set, either for a film, TV show. I mean, it would be like Christmas for me, to be honest. I would be like so excited, like, oh my God, what is, But anyway, that is so cool. That is so cool. Wow. And the fact that you made it happen, that is also even better,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was really cool.
Epic. That is epic right there. Now last year you were in Strings Attached, Sugar Love, Mona and Marie. Tell me also about those projects, and what would you say it's important to make a relatable character, or like what are some of the aspects that you think that are important to make a relatable character?
I'll answer your last question first. I think it's important that the character has something that kind of speaks to all of us. Yeah. So we're so different, but we're also alike. I always look for something that kind of would speak to a woman in Pakistan or Congo or Canada,
Yeah.
watching this thinking, oh yeah, I get it. I might not understand language, but I get like the situation or what's underneath, what's going on, what's the juicy thing about it. Yeah, so I think that's what we need, like, yeah, something universal.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's also very interesting that we the audience, we would appreciate whenever we can totally see that character walking down the street, or we can see totally kind of talking with a character kind of in real life, you know.
Yes.
And also it's so interesting, for example, with villains, right? That sometimes you will feel relatable to it, and you will be thinking like, am I a bad person, or what is going on here, you know? Because it's so interesting that sometimes, yeah, you just feel like this connection. And I do believe that whenever, either for a movie, TV show, play, whatever, you get the chance to make the character to have like this connection with the audience, that is amazing.
Yeah, you totally do. I mean, it's different for theater and filming, but it's really, you just feel it. Even on a set, you don't know anything about the audience yet. I've had moments where I was so in the moment, and I felt the cameraman next to me being in the moment as well. And that's all you, I mean, nothing can hurt you when that's happening.
Yeah. Wow, that is so cool. And at the moment, what are some of the highlight moments of your career?
Ooh. Oh my God. I'd say the first highlight for me was like my final audition or my final presentation, whatever, in acting school.
Wow.
Did monologues there, and in my second monologue, I was interrupted because people were just ecstatic or something, and that was so fun. It was so cool to really feel how people react to what you're doing, you know. And I'd been working my ass off for years by then, not knowing if anything is ever going to be okay, not knowing if I ever want to call myself an actress, you know, can I take it, is that and then all of a sudden people are like, as a group, connected to what you're doing and what you're experiencing at the moment, and that was awesome. I'd say that was a highlight for me. And the other one was Sugar Love. So one of the movies that I shot in 2020, and yeah, it was so much fun because I was on set with such amazing actors and actresses here in Germany, and they're popular. They won numerous awards, and they inspired me over and over again. Then being on set with them was great for me. Yeah,
that is amazing. I love it. I love that. And what do you like the most about acting?
I like that it forces you to be in the moment. It's so easy to not be in the moment, to be somewhere else with your mind, your heart, whatever. But acting forces you to be in the moment. If not, I'm not acting. I mean, I get home from set and I feel like, well, yeah, it was okay. I don't know if I was really there. Then I wasn't there, and that's okay. Then I, you know, hope nobody notices. But to really be there and to really be in a world, character you created, that's the best. Yeah.
I love it. Now, you also directed a couple of episodes of Strings Attached.
Yeah,
Tell me, like, how was the experience of it?
It was so cool. It was so exciting. I mean, Strings Attached is kind of my baby. I'm co-producing it. I starred in the pilot's episode. I've written an episode. I've directed 2 episodes by now, and it's so much fun.
I love it.
Yeah, it really, it's great and it's different. And I've directed before, but only like scenes for colleagues who wanted to shoot something for their reels, you know. But I'd never really like directed before, so that was my first experience with that, and it was so much fun. And I had great actors and actresses. They were so spot on, so prepared, and we really got to dive in deep, and it was a lot of fun.
That is amazing. Wow. And you also wrote an episode in that series. Tell me, like, what usually inspires you to start writing?
Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like it's just there. Yeah. Like with acting, I sometimes can trace something back. You know, I watch this and that person, that many years ago or that moment. But with writing, I feel like so many things are together at the same time. It's just there. It's a spark. I usually start to write when I have a task. So I'm not the kind of person who sits down and writes in her diary and gets creative about it. That's not what I do. But when I know, okay, I'm going to write an episode for Strings Attached or a scene, monologue for a colleague who wants to shoot something or whatever, then I just really, or currently I'm writing a feature. So I know what's the goal. And then I just sit down and start and just see what comes. And usually it's kind of working out, I gotta say. It's just coming.
I love it. And it's so, I do believe that for example, time limits are kind of are the one. Like time limits kills creativity. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like a deadline or something?
Deadlines. Yeah, deadlines are. I do believe that whenever you get like a deadline for something, you will feel stressed, and you will not just make it. You want to make it flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I think it's how you react to the deadline. Yeah. So if it stresses me out, but stress is not good for the project, that's horrible. But if maybe I'm writing an action thing or something where a character is in a lot of distress, it might actually help to have a bit of a deadline somewhere.
Yeah, totally. And if you could describe your career at the moment, but on a movie, TV show, book, or even a play, what would be the title of it?
Just One More Try would be the title.
I like it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be a movie, TV show, or?
It would be a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like it. And would you have a trilogy or just one and that's it?
No, just one.
Okay.
Just one. If it was a trilogy, then it really would be One More Try.
But you could say like what you try. Yeah, you could say okay. You could start let's with one try and then second try and then one.
Oh yeah, it could be like just one more try, and then the next would be really just one more, and the last of the trilogy would be like, okay, just one last try.
Yeah. There you go. We have a trilogy right here. Just make sure that the trilogy, you split it. I mean, like the last one, you will split it into two.
Yeah, sure. For merch, right?
Yeah. I love it. And if you could describe also your career, but on a drink, which one would you choose?
Cosmopolitan.
That's fancy. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Very delicious.
Okay.
And kind of not with cream, but really like clear, but with color. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. All right. And like my last question here is, what motivates you? I mean, we all have those days, right? In which we just feel like shit. We don't know what we're doing. We just want to stop. We think that maybe what we're doing it's a waste of time. That maybe people is not actually liking it, or maybe you're like, I'm 29, like 30s are right next to the corner, and all of my friends are like, some of my friends are already like making their lives, and I'm still like not able to. Like, what gets? I mean, I could go all day by saying toxic stuff, right? But like, what usually sets you or gets you out of way from those toxic thoughts and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna continue doing what I love, and that's it.
Yeah. What usually always helps me is to remember that it's not about me. That makes everything easier for me. I mean, the hardest thing for me, for example, is like a premiere or something where I have no job as an actress other than to be there and to shake hands and say hi. As soon as I get to work, there is no ego involved. It's not important. It's not about me. And whenever I doubt or I worry or, all of that stuff that you mentioned, it's all true. You never know if the next project comes, and you don't know what it's going to be like, and if you're ever going to get the roles you like, and if anything is going to really take off for you. But what I always remember is, even if not, I still did what I'm supposed to do in life. I'm supposed to tell stories. I'm supposed to be there for characters, fight for them until the very last moment, and because they need to be seen. Those stories need to be told, and if not, I'm not going to do the project. It's a waste of time. And right actress for it. So yeah, what motivates me is that it's not about me.
I love it. I love it. And because of that, I'll have to say drop the mic. So I'm just gonna drop this mic. So we drop it. There you go. But what you do is really cool here. I mean, the fact that you are, and I mean, that is like one of the things that I like about actors. The fact that you basically, regardless of how stressful the moment might be or how many rejections you might have, you're still pursuing it. And I understand, of course, that is not easy at all. But the fact that you continue doing it, I do believe that that is an inspiration. But at the same time, it shows us that actually dreams can come true. And that is really cool here. And I'm super sure that eventually your career is gonna, like pop, and we're gonna basically see you everywhere here. I mean, even in these huge franchises, or even in this very, I mean, yeah, you're gonna basically conquer the world. And who knows? Maybe at some point you get your own action figure. That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
And yeah, keep doing what you do. As I said here, it is super inspiring, and I'm super sure there are a lot of people who sees you as an inspiration, but also that rely on you. So keep doing what you do. It is super amazing. And also, I want to thank those for watching. I mean, thank you so much for watching this. If you're watching it later, also thank you so much. If you're watching it on YouTube or listening in on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure that you're following Marie in all of social media. Normally, what I would say is for you to put pause, then you're going to leave a like, subscribe, follow, help me a lot, and I will love you forever if you do that, trust me. And after that, you're going to follow Marie. You're going to leave 1 million likes. If you already follow her, perfect. But leave more likes, leave more likes, share the content. I mean, let's make sure everybody knows about this talented, badass actress, and then come back. And Marie, before I send you off, I need to send you off properly. So. There you go. Love it. And yeah, keep killing it, keep being amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, everybody. Have a great day, and thanks for all your wishes. Yeah, I hope your show tags off as my career will.
We're working on that. We're working on that.
We're on it.
We're on it. True with that. But anyway, have an amazing evening and an epic rest of the weekend. And yeah, keep killing it.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Bye.